Good morning, traders. Today is Monday, November 28th, and it is 8:17 a.m. Central Time, about 13 minutes or so before opening bell, and we have something brewing on Friday, last Friday's session, which was this one here. I had noted that there was something in the works. I didn't like the way the VIX was looking in Friday's formation because it was in a formation that was ready to go up. And what do we have here this morning? That is exactly the case. It is gapped up big time. Okay, big time right here. Okay, we're going to get into the charts in a moment, but I want to give this warning that it is gapped up significantly, like significantly. Okay, and I'll show you how high it is on a relative basis on the time frames. Now, could this be that the bulls are playing possum? I think that might be the case. Okay, but let's get into it a little bit more now. Okay, so here's what you're looking at on the 5-minute chart on VIX on the left hand side, and for now that's what I want to focus on. So what this first red line is the EMA 50 from the 130 minutes chart. Okay, it's 2217. I'll just go to that real fast. 2217. See that? It's right there on the line. Right there on the line before opening bell. So that's the first line it's going to test today. Okay? It's going to test 2217. So 2217 on the 130-minute chart, EMA 50, exactly pretty much matches the 5-minute EMA 50 right here. See that curved line? They converge exactly. So this is a pretty important zone. It's coiling right at that zone. See? So you see the gap up here from the morning, gap up big time. It basically gapped up to the 130-minute EMA 50. Okay, that's pretty big. So basically what the market's trying to do is just trying to say, all right, VIX, let's see if you could hold support lines, various support lines, or not. It's a yes or no question. Can you hold support lines? And on the flip side for the markets are now at the bottom of, I'll show you that in a minute too. The markets are now at the bottom of its channel. Okay, so they want to know, markets, do you got enough to hold your own support line in the rising channel? I'm going to show you that in a little bit too. Okay, so the market is basically testing both the VIX and TQ and the markets today. Okay, today. So I think we're going to get some answer today. What's going to happen? Somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose. Okay. Now, this is 2156, this support line, and that corresponds to the 65-minute. See, 2156 right here, 2156. It's way above it. It's way above it. But I believe that if it fails, which I suspect it's going to, but we'll see. If it fails this first level of support on the 130 and the 5-minute EMA 50, it's going to go down to this level, which is the 65-minute time frame, 2156. If it fails that one, it's going to go down to the 30-minute, 2137. I'll show that to you. There's 2137 right there. Okay, I just drew them in on the 5-minute because that's what I look at all day in, day out. So I'd rather have everything in one view. Okay, because I think what the markets are now forced to do is to defend its support zone in the rising channel. Typically, you gap up like this significantly, you're going to go down. The question is, how far down? Do you come down past, if you even pass the 30-minute 2137 and completely close the gap that you created? That would be ideal. Okay, basically, if it loses support, if VIX loses support on all three of these levels, okay, all three, then there's no trend change. It's not meant to be. VIX is not ready for a trend change, and by gapping up like this, currently VIX is at 2217, right? Everyone was talking about 20. Like on Friday, it was like 20 point. So what was it? Oh, close 20.5, right? 24/7, same thing. Okay, so that's what to look out for. Can the VIX hold support at these levels? If it can, then I'm going to say that's a trend change. If it cannot, and the markets resume control, See, right now, markets TQQQ on the 5-minute chart right here is right at its EMA 50. It's right there hugging it, and so is the VIX. See, so they're both about to set up for a showdown. Okay, naturally, because the VIX gapped up, markets gapped down. Right? See that right there? Markets gapped down. So the markets are going to try to surge up and successfully backtest. Right? Surge up, successfully backtest the EMA 50 line, and then keep going. So this is going to be interesting. Whoever wins today, I think, gets to keep moving. Okay. Now this is the Nasdaq futures 4-hour chart. Check this out. So this here is the rising channel that I drew last week. I've been showing that in previous videos. Remember, see that? See where we are again? We're right at the bottom of the channel again. So up and up. Now, the good news for Nasdaq futures is, look at this, 0.1, 0.2. 0.2 at this time seems to be higher than 0.1. That's a good sign. That's a good sign that it can, and it also coincides with being at the bottom of the channels, bottom of this rising channel. So this is making a higher low than this, right? See that? Pretty self-evident there. That's a higher low than that. That's a higher low than that. This is on the 4-hour. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Okay. What do we skip over? Let's skip over to the 1-hour. Very similar idea. Still at the bottom of the rising channel that I drew. But I want you to keep in mind, I drew these other lines. The dotted lines up here is the main channel. The straight lines are more the kind of a sub channel, like there is not part of the main channel. It could technically, the markets could still go down here at these levels and still even get to this lowest level down here and still actually be considered a higher low compared to down here. You see what I mean? So it's, yeah, we need to see how much strength the market has to hold the main channel line. It's either yes or no question. Does it have the strength to hold the main channel? If it doesn't and it loses the main channel, it still has multiple other levels to go down that would seem like it's going to crash, but all along that's still a higher low than where you initially started from. See? So I want you to keep that in mind, that ideally, yeah, you want to keep it in the main channel, but if you lose the main channel and start getting into these sub channels, it doesn't necessarily mean the rally's over. It could just mean you're still consolidating, probably from this rally earlier last week. You're still consolidating further down, like let's just say right here, and then you can pop up. Okay, I know it's kind of tricky. So what I can't tell you is who's going to win today's battle. You know, I cannot tell you that, but here's the gap up on VIX on the 4-hour chart, right? So it looks like the VIX is starting to want to, on the 4 hours MACD, want to cross. See, that's what I'm saying. It wants to cross over the green signal line, and the RSI is also up on the 4 hours chart. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Is it time for VIX or is it not? See what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's been falling, guys, since, yeah. Well, actually, it's been falling since 11:10. Where are you? Right here. Yeah, 11:10. Huge fall right here. Yeah, 11:10. That's the huge drop. So we're going to find out, guys. I wish I could tell you who's going to win, but instead I can only tell you what to look out for. Which one wants it more? It's this. We're at that point today. So that is all I've got for you, and good luck trading.